everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I am here for another Let's Break. It's Friday. I don't know about you all. Do you all get Juneteenth off on Monday? We have Monday off, so it's an easy Friday for me. I can do a Friday with a Monday off real quick, and it's a half a day for me. I probably got another hour and a half to work after this break. I'm wearing my trusty little, I got this off of Shein, a little turban like wrap. It is so cute. I'm wearing it because I have my braids. My stylist is going to take down just the top part of my hair and re-braid it today. So it's a mess. You know how it is when it's time to go to the stylist. So I said, Angie, just throw this little cap on and real quick. I wanted to shout you all out. It is a Let's Break, but it's also kind of a mini Ostella, even though I'm working, so I'm not drinking anything right now. I will have drinks this evening. My dad is coming to town, so I'm super excited. He called me maybe a day or two ago and was like, he's coming just for the weekend to see me real quick, to see my son real quick, a really drive-through type of visit. So that's why Ostella is canceled for tonight, because my dad is coming in. You know, I'm originally from Illinois. I only get to go home maybe 2-3 times a year max. So whenever my family comes to town, I will drop everything just to enjoy the time with them. So that's why I just said, let me talk about All Stars 3 right now. And I did have a lot of fun for Ostella. So next week's Ostella will be a good time, because I wanted to do kind of like a game night with some Big Brother trivia and some Big Brother fun games. We'll do that next week, but it's canceled for tonight. Kitchen Table Talk will be on and popping Sunday night, but for the weekend, like tonight and tomorrow night, it's going to be dad time. Just laughs. I'm sure we're going to have some tequila. We're going to have a good time. So, hey, let's get into the review. I did have a little bit of news and gossip, but since I kind of rushed and put this break together, I'm just going to tell you instead of having the. Of course, on Instagram, you saw that Bailey and Swaggy are having a little baby. I'm so happy for Bailey and Swaggy. I like them the same amount that I love Cam and Leroy. Like, they're some of my favorite reality TV couples. She's having a baby girl, so she had a gender reveal that went off and popping this week. It's a baby girl. She had a whole backstory that I'm not going to get into, but congratulations. I'm happy for them. And then, of course, Zach and Jenna, they're expecting their second baby as well. They did a cute little photo shoot that said something like only child expiring in December. So Jenna must be due in December. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to all the little challenge Big Brother couples repopulating. And maybe in 18 years, we might see them on the screen. You never know. Yes, Zach and Jenna. I know Zach and Jenna isn't exactly everyone's favorite people. I don't really like Zach. I don't dislike Jenna, but Zach I can do without. But congratulations all the same. You can't help who your parents are. Babies are blessings. But okay, let's get into All Stars 3, because it might take up the whole 30-minute break. This was another good episode. I really enjoy trivia. I love when TJ does the trivia episodes. They're fun to me. They're funny to me. They're exciting. I like this type of trivia where I can play along. Like when he gives them multiple choice answers, or I did like the trivia where they had to keep giving an answer until somebody got it wrong. That was cute too. We did that on a game night one night. We might have to play that again. But anyway, I like when I can play along on the TV screen. Now, the first thing I thought that was shady about the trivia were the spelling. All the spellings I would have got wrong. Like, what was one? Hypochondriac, hypothesis. Hey, Carly girl. Hypotenuse. Like I said, TJ, you know, don't nobody know how to spell this. You can't even sound this stuff out. Ain't nobody here Aquila in the beat. But some people have some easy questions. Some people have some hard ones. I didn't understand Wes's theory of I'm going to get the first one wrong and then wink, wink, and get all the rest of them correct. Hey, Koki, Koki, you told me some good juice in the DMs. I've been meaning. I researched it a little bit. Hey, Charles, I researched a little bit, Koki. I don't know how true it is, but it was some mess. That was some mess, girl. But I didn't understand that. To me, you always play trivia to win. Like, just get the answer right, Wes, and put the strike on Jordan. He gonna strike you anyway. So, like, Wes, you aren't insulated enough to throw challenges or to throw answers. Like, get it right and throw your strikes out there. They was gonna get you out anyway. I would have just got it right. And I can understand Brad sabotaging himself. I'm never ever sabotaging myself. Like, you gonna get this strike and you gonna have to understand because I won. What's the point of winning and then sabotaging myself? They gonna gun for you anyway, Brad, because you keep winning everything. So it's like, at least start off strong. I didn't understand the strategy of the guys. I don't like I didn't like that it was another knockout challenge because it just gives the Treehouse an opportunity to win. Veronica won for the ladies, and of course she would win trivia because she ain't winning nothing else. But it is what it is. So for the ladies' side, I didn't like to see Naya and Ronnie go against each other. Like, I think Naya threw a strike at Ronnie, and then Ronnie said, "Here you go. You can take another one, bitch. Naya, go ahead and get in the water." I would have loved to see them at some point, especially after last week. Especially after last week. I'm ignoring Charles in the comments because we already had this debate last week, Charles. You can be a legend all you want to, but what you did today? What are you going to do today? Veronica looked like Anissa could beat her. If it's Veronica versus Anissa running out in the forest, I'm picking Anissa all day. I'm not going to debate that again. Let's get back to the point at hand. Naya and Ronnie. After Ronnie witnessed how nasty the treehouse was to Kellyanne for no reason, I don't know why she didn't take an opportunity to pivot and see. And in her gut, she's like, "Oh, I know I'm at the bottom of this treehouse, and I know this and that." I'm like, "Girl, this is your opportunity to pivot." I would have got all them girls out because they all would have gunned for you. It's a lot of questionable alliance moves that I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand how last season we had the Palace that was very much, I'm rooting for everybody black. I want to see somebody black win something, to this season where everybody is just taking shots in the name of a fucking treehouse. Les, you think it was smart of Brad to do that because he's friends with everyone left, so he doesn't want to make the first strike? He's not friends with Jordan. He could have easily threw that strike on Jordan and nobody would have been mad. Not a single soul. And Jordan would have understood. I think at this point, when Brad, so far this season, he's constantly winning things, they were going to gun for him anyway. Nobody wanted to see Brad in authority again. So why not take a strike? I don't know. I just felt like he could have took that strike at Jordan and been done and been done with it. Like, yeah, don't he's friends with Wes, Derek, Mark, Nehemiah. He could have threw that strike at Jordan and no hard feelings. Let's play the game. I don't know. I wish Charles has Veronica friends in the chat. But I don't dislike Veronica. Like, I don't dislike Veronica, but I don't like her this season, I guess. I don't know. I'm not rooting for her to win. I'll just say that. I know she won today. Congratulations, girl. Congratulations. At this point, Veronica's going to be in the final because who's going to waste an elimination to send Veronica home? She's easily going to be beat. So we're going to see Veronica the whole season. So I'm going to get used to it. I don't dislike her. Right. Everybody black and Melinda, which I ain't mad. Nobody wants to go against Veronica. You have to face it. In the house, she is a major social force. No, she's a layup. She is a social force. I'm going to give you that. I don't want to shade Veronica, but I don't want to give her too much. Like, I'm not going to act like Veronica is sitting in the house like Laurel and, oh, we scared of Veronica and they're scared of Kellyanne. People don't mind Veronica because when it come down to running these miles in the final, she going to be walking while I'm jogging. So let's move on from Veronica. She won this week. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, everybody wins. We got Veronica's going to get a medical DQ for her ankle next week. So you might not need to see her anymore. I don't dislike her though. It's like I don't dislike Veronica. I think what I don't like this season is the treehouse. And so everybody involved in that treehouse, I don't like. I don't like the mean girlness. I don't like the group think. I know it's an alliance. We're supposed to have alliances. So it's not that I dislike Veronica. I just dislike the treehouse. Yeah, that's what it is. But that preview for next week had me on pause because I was like, it was too much Nia crying over Jordan. But we could get to Nia crying over Jordan at the end. Let's get to what's up next. So we back at the house and we have to decide who's going into elimination, the authority. Derek won for the men, if I forgot to congratulate Derek, because he got a little comeback story of being awful at trivia and then coming back and winning trivia. Though Derek did get some easy questions because I got all of his right too. So you know, it is what it is. But I'm not mad at Derek for winning. Congratulations. So I think automatically that's Nehemiah's ass. Nehemiah, go ahead and strap up your elimination shoes. Derek won. It ain't nothing to even talk about. But Mark got into Derek's ear and convinced him to take out a big threat, to take a shot at Jordan. I think that was a good idea. I think that was a good idea for Mark to do. Because, well, it kind of backfired on his ass because Jordan called him out. I would have bet money that Jordan would have called out Wes, and it would have been a Jordan versus Wes, and one of the big dogs, that have won multiple finals is going to get out. But Jordan called out Mark for whatever reason, the Godfather, I don't know, but whatever. So I thought that was a great move of Mark's to whisper to Derek, look, if Jordan's in the final, nobody's winning. Is that we can play a revisionist history, I guess, because we know Jordan's gone, but is that necessarily true? Do you think anybody else could have beat Jordan in a final that's still here right now? Like, if Jordan was still here and it was finals day, Derek isn't a slouch in the finals. He's pretty good. Mark, Wes, that would have been a good run for their money, but Wes would have had a good opportunity to beat Jordan. I don't know, but I do agree, especially since last week y'all said Jordan is 31 years old. I just can't get over that. I really can't. It's hard to believe, but it is what it is. But moving on. On the female side, it's kind of easy. Janae won last year. Janae, take your ass in elimination. I didn't realize until they said it that Janae has never been in elimination on All Stars. I know she's been on the main show, but I never realized she never been in elimination on All Stars. So yeah, you got to pay your dues, just kind of like West, not West. Yes, just like yes, take your ass, and yes went home. But let me tell you what pissed me off. There was an opportunity. Oh, y'all got this from Shein, and they put the tag in the weirdest place. Like, why would you put the tag right here? And I got a big head, but it's still a little bit too big. Charles, you said no, nobody can beat Jordan. He's smart and he can run. You right. You right. Veronica, you don't know if she gonna make the final. This episode, we saw her talking about how she fell down the stairs and hurt her foot. I ain't see that. I must have been strolling through TikTok. She fell down the stairs and hurt her foot. Y'all be telling me because I didn't even see that on my TV screen. Koki, I'm with you when you right. Naya is goofy. How you gonna cry over a man that called you a monkey? I don't even know why you would sleep with a man who would say some of the stuff that you all did to each other. I mean, Jordan started it. He did start it over there on The Real World. But that whole dynamic, that Jordan Naya thing, is very strange to me. I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and I don't like to go down rabbit holes of conspiracies. Like, I might listen to a little conspiracy, but I ain't gonna deep dive into the rabbit hole. But I'm starting to see what some people are saying. We'll save that conversation for later because we ain't got enough time to deep dive into that. I respect that Derek Warren marked that he might get called out, and if he's okay with it, he's willing to take the risk and get Jordan out. I respect that too. I respect that they discussed it because it would have been very simple for Derek just to put Nehemiah down there. But they think Nehemiah is a layup. Hey, Ponte, do you all think Nehemiah is a layup? Like, I did not like how they were dissing Nehemiah. Like, Nehemiah ain't never won nothing. What you worried about Nehemiah for? Nehemiah hasn't had to win this season because he's had his boy, Wes. Brad is actually acting like his friend this season. Like, in seasons in the past, Brad would throw Nehemiah under a bus real quick, for the sake of his children, but everybody got children. But I feel like Nehemiah is, even though he doesn't have the palace this season, he still has strong players protecting him this season. So he hasn't had to win every challenge like last season. So I ain't appreciate them just like Nehemiah ain't nothing. Like, they treat Nehemiah like how I treat Veronica and Anissa. What y'all think? Hey, Miguel. I see everybody in the chat. Miguel, Marlon. I wish I could listen. Oh, you in the movies? Oh, okay. You'll catch the rewatch. What you watching? Put it in the chat later what you watching at the movies. I ain't been to the movies in so long. Jordan wins any final he's in. Yeah. I agree. Janae beat Beth earlier this season, but yeah, Janae beat Beth. Shit, my memory is bad. She did beat Beth, but did she really beat Beth or did Beth quit? Beth quit because it would have been a lot harder to push thick Beth off of that thing than Beth to push Janae. Beth just got frustrated because everybody was helping Janae or MJ. So she got mad and quit. That ain't no real win for me. But look, Janae is a good competitor on All Stars. We're not going to act like if Janae goes sit over there with Casey and Laurel and them, she ain't gonna get dog washed on the regular show. But over here on All Stars, she's a great competitor. They let her be strategic. She has a little bit of good strategy. I ain't mad at Janae. And she won last year. So she needs to be out. Me and Charles never agree on nothing. Okay, everybody think Nehemiah sucks. Okay. Okay. Nehemiah sucks. I thought he was pretty good. Veronica said she ordered pizza and fell down the stairs as she was running to get it. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I ain't remember her saying none of that. Hmm. Janae is the female Nehemiah. Okay. I just like Nehemiah. I think I just like the palace. Okay, I do like Save the Palace, I do love the palace, so I don't think Nehemiah is a layup. I just think of the men left, he's the weakest by default. I agree with that, Koki. One thing I'll say about All Stars 3, there was no slack in the men on the men's side of it all. Like all the men were good to me. The ladies, okay, but on the men's side, everyone is good. And I will agree with you all when we look at the picture of all the men that are left. I would say Nehemiah has the weakest resume. I'm gonna eventually take this shit off. I should have cut this sticker off. Can I rip it? There. That was gonna drive me crazy. Okay. Don't worry, y'all. I'm going to get my hair done in exactly 1 hour. Janae is smarter than him. Yeah, I'm back to the second question at hand. There were other conversations going on where Kellyanne wants to try to meet up with Veronica, and Veronica is giving this confessional of, I don't know about Ronnie. She never won anything for the treehouse. I ain't never talked no game with Ronnie, so I ain't gonna give Ronnie too much. This is why I wish I could send signals through the TV for Ronnie to give the middle finger to that treehouse. If it wasn't for Ronnie being a number for you all wouldn't have the advantage in all of these knockout competitions, like the ring toss, trivia, the ball snatch, where everybody could gang up on people to make sure people in the treehouse got the balls to be an authority. If it wasn't for Ronnie being a number and being a part of your alliance, you all wouldn't have had that advantage all game. And for now, it to come down to the wire, you looking at it like, I ain't never talked no game with Ronnie. She ain't never done nothing for us. I want to slap everybody in the treehouse. That's why I don't like them. And I need for people, and I understand this is All Stars. Ronnie ain't been on the show in 2 decades. She ain't really down with the new school strategy of it all. I get it. But I need y'all to watch this shit. And going forward, just because you sleep in a room with somebody, don't mean they got your back. Especially if you got a bit of melanin in your skin. Go ahead and find the people that have your back, because all that just showed me all the treehouse did was use Ronnie. And now that it's at the end and we done used her up, she done fought for us. She done helped us win every competition. She done let us win, because Ronnie could have been like a brag, why we gotta let Kayla win? Why we gotta let Sylvia win? Like, she helped y'all in these knockout competitions win. But then now that it's down to it, I don't know, I ain't never talked no game with her. Well, you have to talk something for her to want to help you and your alliance win. That's why I don't like them. That's why I don't like, y'all wonder why I don't like Veronica. And I guess Charles, that's a strategic mastermind, right? She's so social that she can get people to be in her an alliance without even having to ask them to be in an alliance. That's how social Veronica is. Like, I guess that's a mastermind. You can get people to work for you without even asking. But anyway, so that disappointed me. Kellyanne, I don't understand why you was tiptoeing. Bitch, haven't you played with Ayanna? I need y'all to get some Ayanna energy and stop all that tiptoeing. Your ass is going in elimination. Who I got? Matter of fact, even if you going in, Kellyanne, all you should have told Veronica was, put me in so I can call Kayla out. That's all you had to say, Kellyanne. I don't like the tiptoeing. Now, that's the bitch you ain't worked with all season, and now you want to come up, can I have 2 minutes? Nah, we ain't got to have I wouldn't even ask her for 2 minutes. I'm not asking you for 2 minutes, bitch. Put me in so Kayla could go in, and we could thug this out. I feel kind of thuggish with my little bandana turban on. Or do I look grandma-ish? I don't know how I look at this. But moving on. Elimination. So it's Janae and who the hell else went in there? Jordan. Because y'all told me on Instagram, because y'all know I don't watch this shit. I know it come on at midnight. I know it comes on at midnight, but I don't watch it until the nighttime, to after I done finished work, went to the gym, cook my dinner, then I sit down. I ain't watching the challenge till about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And everybody all day was DMing me, Angie, you gonna be upset with who won. The episode was good, but you might be upset. So I'm already like, damn, it gotta be Ronnie that goes home, because she the only last person that I cared about was Ronnie. So I'm like, must be Ronnie or Nia going home, or I don't think, or Nehemiah. Nehemiah is the only guy I probably care about on the guy's side. But and so then some said, Angie, don't look at Twitter until after you watch the episode. And I end up looking at Twitter and spoiled myself, but it is what it is. The elimination, something about pulling up some weight in a puzzle. I didn't like the elimination. I felt like everyone calls Janae the puzzle queen. I hate when the so-called puzzle master of the house gets into an elimination and it's a puzzle elimination. I'm like, okay, Janae did this puzzle 2.5 seconds. Congratulations, Janae. But Ronnie did knock them pieces down faster than Janae, but Janae wasn't no slouch, The women's elimination went by so fast, it wasn't exciting. It was like, okay, Janae did the little triangle puzzle. Congratulations. It was heartbreaking to see Ronnie cry. I understand, girl. We ain't got all this PTO to be taking 2-3 weeks off every other 2-3 months to come out here in Argentina and play this game. Like, we got real jobs with real mortgages and real bills. So she probably used all her PTO for the year to go out there and film this season. Ronnie, you did a great job. You did a great job. If you ever come back, I know your strategy will be stronger and you won't trust the mean bitches. Now, you might trust them a little bit, but I feel like if you ever come back, Ronnie, you're going to know when to pivot and how to pivot. And you'll know when to slash a bitch throat and when not to. Because you played it way too nice. And I don't even understand why Janae chose Ronnie. Because, I guess, Ronnie, you did affiliate yourself with the Treehouse. Like, Janae probably, if Veronica was eligible, Janae would have picked Veronica. But she wasn't eligible for elimination. This damn turban gonna get on my nerve. But anyway. So I hope you can come back. Maybe you could do a little bit of leave without pay. You know, challenge give you enough coins maybe to cover the PTO you was missing. I don't know your bills, girl. But I would love to see Ronnie come back and have a second chance because she was just at first she was just somebody on our screen. But she was just getting into the root of it. She was starting to get vocal. I think she was starting to understand the new school way of the game. I want to see Ronnie back. I really, really do. Whoever is Ronnie Boss, give her a couple of vacation days. You know, at my job, they have what's called leave donations, where when you use up all your leave, you can get permission for other people who have way too much leave to donate, you know, 8 hours here, 8 hours there. Like, I would don't if you work for the government, girl, I would donate 8 hours. I ain't gonna donate too much of my time because I like to be off. But okay, anyway, let's get on to the second elimination. Jordan versus Mark. I cannot recreate that speech Jordan made for the life of me. But the whole time he was talking, I thought it was a fancy way for him to call out Wes. He talking about Thor, a Godfather. I'm like, just call Wes ass down to the thing and get it on and popping. But he called out Mark. I was a little bit shocked. I didn't think he was going to do it. A puzzle right there is an equalizer because Mark really isn't a puzzle master, but he's strong and he has both hands. So Mark was whoosh, 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 puzzle pieces. It took Jordan a little bit longer to get his puzzle pieces. I'm not going to say that is not fair because we've seen Jordan whip people in eliminations that require both hands and he only has one. So I'm not going to say it's not fair. This is just one that got him. It just got him. They both was working on that puzzle for a while. You could tell Janae did that puzzle like that. They couldn't even edit it to look long. The guys kind of took a little bit longer with the puzzle, and Mark just got it first. And congratulations to Mark. Like, on the men's side, I really don't care who wins. Like, whichever man wins, I will be happy for them. Any of them. So, congratulations, Mark. Naya in her tears. Girl. I can go a little bit over. It's Friday, and I'm going to get my hair done anyway, so it don't matter. It's a conspiracy out there that Jordan needed Naya to validate him. I don't want to say that it's a conspiracy that Jordan needed Naya to validate him with her blackness so that his apology could be received. Now, mind you, what Jordan did to Naya was so long ago, and the way they kind of canceled him in the midst of a cancel culture, kind of MTV kind of canceled everybody for a minute who had a little racism in their past. Jordan should have been canceled. And so when Naya did what she did to Jordan, I don't want to say it overshadowed what Jordan did back on The Real World and his assholishness. It was equal to me. So when I look at Naya and Jordan, I always was like, why would they even fool with? Like, they just don't mix. They like what they call it, oil and vinegar or whatever the shit that don't mix. And so it was a theory out there that Jordan had to apologize for some of his racist ways, and you know, Naya apologized for what she did, whatever. It was that they needed each other's validation, and maybe if we say we screwing, people will be more open to our bullshit. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's very weird to me. Is it worth it? I don't think Jordan was ever canceled either, because if Jordan was going to be canceled, he would have never even been on the show. Because what he did way back, because I watched that season of The Real World. What he did on that season of The Real World, now mind you, Nia wasn't no angel, but she wasn't calling people monkeys neither and making ooh, ooh, ah, ah sounds at them. So, if we were really going to correct his behavior, he would have never even been asked to come on the show. And then you know how it is. Some of y'all got great memories. Not me, but you know, as you get to see people maneuver through different things, you kind of forget what they did back then until somebody threw it back in their face. So it got thrown back in Jordan's face. And I would love to have an interview with Nia. I don't know if she'd ever be open to it. I just want to know what's in her mind. Like, how do you go from the last time we saw you to now? We don't know what goes on. And I'm not saying forgiveness isn't necessary and people can't grow and people can't move forward and things like that. I just want to know how. I want to know, what was you all's first conversation to even get to an apology, to get to a friendship, to get to screwing around on camera, to get to the tears. It's weird to me. They have asked him back, but he didn't want to go back on the main show with Tori. I'm curious. I'm really like, I would love to know what. I'm nosy. Why not? Why not with Tori? The best revenge is to beat her. Go on the main show, get you a partner. Jordan with anybody wins against Tori and Devin. Go on the main show and kick her ass. That's the best revenge. Hey, Zuda. Wes and Jordan must have an alliance. There's no other explanation. It doesn't make sense, because if you see it's a pulley thing, now I ain't saying Wes isn't a wimp, but Wes is not as strong as Mark. Like, Mark looks like a house. He's built. I would have definitely threw Wes in there so I at least could try to get my puzzle pieces faster than Mark. Maybe conspiracy. Don't be thinking too much about my conspiracies. But maybe Jordan came on All Stars not to win. Maybe him and Nia can't, because he's 31. Let's remember, he's 31. So he's way too young for All Stars anyway. Maybe All Stars is like his apology to get his foot back in the door. Like, look at me. Me and Nia, you know, we've grown. There's forgiveness, love and light. I've learned. I've been educated. Maybe this is his welcoming back into MTV, because I don't understand why he wouldn't want to do a season with Tori when Tori is the one who's rumored to have fucked up the relationship. Like, she the one that's gonna look bad. She the one that's people gonna drag. I don't know, but I do want to say this, because I personally don't dislike Jordan. I just don't like some of the things he's done in the past. But I lost my point. Oh, I don't want to see Jordan back on All Stars. I don't want to see people who clearly are young enough and willing and able to be on the main show and to compete over there, I want to see y'all over there. I want to see the competition over there. I don't want y'all to bring on 40 and 50-year-olds and then throw a couple of 30-year-olds and say, oh, but compete with them too. Now, I know people are going to say, oh, but Mark sent them home. Did he? Let's move on. Fans just make up a bans list for anyone who they think is problematic and miss one season. I don't believe anyone actually banned except for maybe Camilla for hitting that producer. And hell, they said they invited her back and she said no. I wonder if maybe I might have to put something in the back to make it tight so it kind of can stay on my head. I agree with you, Koki. I don't think there is a ban list. I think they invite everybody back who they want. And some people say yes, some people say no. And when they say no, they be like, oh, maybe they bad. I think the only people that are really banned are that Kenny and Evan people. Because y'all keep telling me what they did and I keep forgetting. Some kind of sexual harassment or something. I think they are truly banned. But other than that, we've already heard what Leroy had to say. They don't ban people for racism. Because they let racist people slip through every season. Maybe they might have really banned Bear. And I like Bear. My ass is funny. But yeah, they raped Tanya. Well, isn't that allegedly? I'm gonna say allegedly. I don't know, Matt. I don't know, but that's what they say. But I think those are the only two people who are really, really, really banned. True, but if him and Nia go on the main show, they can get paid more as well. True. Nia needs to be on the main show. Nia needs to be over there. Like, I think this was just their. I don't want to see it. Because let's talk about this preview. Now, I hope this is just tricky editing, but if Nia goes home crying, I can't do this without Jordan, don't ever invite that bitch back to nothing else. And I don't mean to call her a bitch like that. I'm just saying she a bitch if she can't compete without Jordan. Because I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. Like, girl, you a queen. You don't need this man to hold you up. You was on the show way before him holding your own. Don't do that next week, Nia. That's going to piss me off. Now, I hope it is. Now, see, there go Charles. I knew he was still there. I don't think Nia is an all-star either, Charles. I agree. Just because she made it to some final with Leroy and got kicked off and went home, don't make you an all-star. I really feel like this is Viacom. I don't know, because it ain't MTV, Paramount, whoever. I really feel like Jordan and Nia, this was just their introduction back to our TV screens, and they will be back on the main show. Maybe for 39, maybe for 40. I don't know. Right, because if it was really a ban list, Emily would have been banned for that blackface. Right. We ain't even gotta go there. They don't ban racism. They don't. So we ain't gonna even. They had a moment because of George Floyd, and the whole country, the whole globe was in a Black Lives Matter movement. So MTV did a little rah-rah. But we know they don't ban people for racism. And if it wasn't for that global moment, it wouldn't have been a little rah-rah then either. They would have let D would have slid. Everybody would have slid. The problem with the main show is it films for too long and a lot of people can't take off that long. So that's why these new players are on All-Stars. I agree. And it's boring. It's boring. Let these people take off 3 weeks. Give me 3 weeks worth of drama and send them home. It's only so much drama that can occur in a house for 3 months. But I agree. It is long. Maybe that's why they should get some fresh, younger talent, because these older people can't take off 3 months. Honestly, I feel All Stars is just some stars and getting to see your old faces because why is Gisela brought? Mm, I do like the aspect of bringing back people I haven't seen in decades. Like Gisela came back for season 1. She was one of those people. I was like, who? I don't know Gisela. But once I got to see her and they showed the flashbacks, I was like, oh, Gisela. So I do like, just like this season with Ronnie. I didn't remember who Ronnie was, but once they showed the flashbacks and I got to know her again, I like that aspect of All Stars of really getting to know people again, being reintroduced to them. How can you be turned on by somebody? We already talked about that. You can't. It's fake. It's fraudulent. It's benefiting Jordan way more than it's benefiting you because we looking at you like a clown, Nia. That's why I don't want to shade her. Let me not shade Nia because I would like if I could ever reach out to Nia and just she gonna be like, girl, mind your business. That remind me of that TikTok that old lady was like, sometimes my business ain't your business. But I want to know. I wouldn't ask her. I don't know how you even ask somebody that question in a politically correct way. But I want to know, how do you get from that to saying he got the smallest dick in the world to then go to ride on it? It's just a question, and everybody wants to know. Camilla did how many things before they banned her? Is Camilla banned? I believe Camilla was asked back, but she turned it down. Oh, Charles. I can't remember the song, but I tweeted it. The opening song for this episode with Janae sitting up here boo-hooing over MJ. Production don't like you, girl. They don't like you. That song was sheer disrespect. It was sheer shade. It was something about crying about making love the night before. If y'all know the name of that song, they do play good music. Charles, they do play good music. If y'all know the name of that song, put it in the chat. I said this. That's the first. I had to pause the episode and tweet because I'm like, I'm listening to the song and I'm like, I know they're not gonna flash your name. I know they're not gonna. And here goes Janae, MJ. I said, girl, I don't know if the rumors are true or not, but production sure fed all up into that. They totally disrespected you with that. I thought they liked you, girl, since they let you win last season, but I would like to see Gisela come back. I would love to see Gisela after never seeing her again, same with Ayana. Ayana has to come back. Like, to me, for me, Ayana is the face of everything I want to see in All Stars going forward. I don't like the new people coming over here or the young people coming over here scared. They need 20 people in their alliance. They only want to go up against the layups. I like Ayana's energy, and that's the energy I want to see going forward. She has to come back. It's like a whole new reintroduction to your old favorites, and I love it. Instead of seeing people, right, and I love it. Don't mess up the bag, Paramount Plus. Leave the MTV rejects over there. Leave them on MTV. Don't bring them over on Paramount Plus and mess up All Stars. Y'all got a good thing going. Janae's husband is pissed. The disrespect. Oh, I wish I could find. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone real quick. I'm about to get off because I got to go get my hair done. And I got to check my email real quick. my email real quick before I put my out of office on. A mess. It's Friday, y'all. It's not black. I'm about to say it's Black Friday. Lord, it's Juneteenth on Monday. Do y'all have Monday off? If y'all were late to the video, my dad is coming to town. He's probably on the road right now. So he'll be here tonight. That's why I did All Stars right now. So when my dad is here, we could hang out. So I'm sorry, but that's why I canceled Ostella for the night. My dad will be in town. I can't even find it on my phone. Here it is. Amazon Prime. Because I would love to just see a little Ring camera of, you and your husband watching the episode. Bae, I Can't Stop the Rain by Peabo Bryson. Yes, I ain't even gotta look for it. Bae, I was in elimination this episode and I kicked her ass. Come on, we gonna have a good time and watch this episode of me kicking Ronnie's ass tonight. And then you pull up the episode and they got you in there, can't stop crying over MJ. I'm cracking myself up. It was the shade of it all. I said, this is so funny. Let me get off of here, y'all. Ayana is what I want from the challenge. Yes. Everything we want is Ayana. So let me get ready to sign off, y'all. I'm so sorry. Whoever did that to Janae, one, thank you, because that was sheer entertainment. The first 5 seconds of the episode, sheer entertainment. Janae, I don't know what you and MJ was doing, but I ain't heard y'all deny no rumors. I ain't heard y'all confirm, but I sure ain't heard no denials. Clear the shit up. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Clear the shit up, girl. Whew. Anyway, again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, because I'm probably not going to be back on YouTube until Sunday night, because that's when my dad is leaving. And so Sunday night we will do kitchen table talk. I'll get back with who my host is going to be, because Blissfully Single Beans is busy Sunday. So I want to say Maud Afro Mama is going to host with me, but we're going to have a good time just talking about hot topics of the week on Sunday night. Again, Ostella is kind of right now, but no drinks because we on the clock. And Ostella will be back next week. It'll probably be Thursday because I'm out of town Friday. But I'll give y'all more information on that. After the episode of Julie and all that bullshit with Julie, I quit watching. I couldn't get through any more Homecoming New Orleans and Julie and her racism. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm. So I have not finished. I don't know if that was episode 4 or 5 when they wanted to have a house meeting and explain to Julie about what she said about, what's the child's name? Tokyo was racist and what they call a microaggression, whatever it was. I don't have time to be watching people educate 50-year-olds about racism. If you ain't learned about 50, you ain't gonna learn it. Yeah, it's just racist. And so I chose just not to work my blood pressure up looking at Julie no more. So that's why I kind of quit with Homecoming. Hopefully they go back to Hawaii or Vegas, one of those fun seasons next. I don't know. Did y'all hear Netflix? Me and Charles gonna try out. Netflix is doing a challenge for the Squid Games, and you could win $4.5 million. Look, this is right up your girl's alley. I was elementary school in the 80s when they did Duck, Duck, Goose, Red Light, Green Light, all that shit they was doing on the Squid Games. That's my era. I know how to do all of that shit. my ass is trying out for the fucking $4.5 million Squid Games. That was gonna be a part of our hot topics for Ostella. I might dig into it more next week once I really research what it's all about. 4.5 million is way more than that little 750 Big Brother trying to give. We're gonna talk about that next week, but yeah, Netflix and that Squid Games is doing a challenge. $4.5 million. Your girl making a tape. You gotta make a tape for $4.5 million. What can you lose? What can you lose? You heard Kenny and Evan got asked back, but they can't because of it. Oh, I really don't care. Like, D might be the only person who can never come back because she made MTV made an example out of her, and they look foolish if they let her back. Why? They let everybody else back. And to me, and I don't want to make light of nothing or put everything on a grading scale, but I am. What D did was the least offensive. D made a joke, wrong time, off color, but what D did was the least offensive. And it's amazing how you could harshly punish another person of color, but the non-people of color get a second chance. That's why I'm looking at Nia different, because see, Nia was on that list, but in order for them to give a non-person of color, Jordan, his second chance, somebody of color had to get one with him, and that's Nia. And I feel like, Nia, girl, they using you. They using you just to get the one they want an opportunity back. But Nia will be back on the shelf. Because as you can see, she can't live without Jordan. She can ready to go home next week because he gone. And so that's what I don't like. We're going to make an example of the person of color. I know she ain't black, but you know, she still ain't white. We're going to make an example of her. And she did the least offensive thing. Miss me with it. And I like D, because shit, D willing to make a fool of herself for this check. You see how she let Rogan do her. Entertainment. But anyway. Okay, yeah. Y'all, let me go. Let me go, because one thing I can't do is miss my hair appointment. You know, these stylists nowadays don't play. If you 10 minutes late, they gone. They at the house. So that's one thing Angie is not going to do, is walk around with this turban on her head for another 2 weeks. So let me give y'all the smooches. I'll be back Sunday, y'all. See y'all then. Have a great one. Like the video. If you're on the rewatch, get in the comments. We'll have a good time there. But until next week, I'll see y'all later. Bye.